Welcome to Rob Schmitt Tonight. The staggering amount of misinformation about repealing Roe versus Wade and what else it could lead to tells you everything you need to know about this administration and their lapdogs in the mainstream press. The last couple days have been an embarrassing spectacle. 2 years after this country suffered through a summer of violence and rioting at their behest, the left are again trying to stir up chaos. The latest gaslight that Republicans are going to use the reversal of Roe versus Wade to ban birth control, resegregate this country, ban gay marriage, and separate LGBTQ kids from straight kids in schools. Now, there is no factual basis for any of this, and it's explicitly debunked in Samuel Alito's leaked opinion from the Supreme Court, explicitly debunked. But nevertheless, dangerously stupid people are using it to try and drum up political violence in a last-ditch effort to save the midterms.
Once you allow this kind of extreme power to take hold, you have no idea who they will come for next.
It is possible for them to overturn a related ruling called Griswold, which is about the right of people to have access to contraception.
What happens if you have a state changes the law saying that children who are LGBTQ can't be in classrooms with other children?
Next, they'll go after gay marriage and maybe the board, what is it, Brown versus Board of Education?
Yeah. Justice Alito basically wrote a how-to guide to dismantling those rights, too.
They didn't read it. They don't care how much damage they inflict. They don't care that they're lying because they think their lies are based in virtue. And sadly, none of these people read Alito's majority opinion draft. They just saw the headline from Politico and jumped on TV screaming. They've been screaming all week. And the majority of the noise that you're hearing and the lies, they're all lies. From page 62 of Alito's draft, the justice says, and I quote, "And to ensure that our decision is not misunderstood or mischaracterized, we emphasize that our decision concerns the constitutional right to abortion and no other right. Nothing in this opinion should be understood to cast doubt on precedents that do not concern abortion." Earlier in the document, Alito writes, Roe's defenders characterized the abortion right as similar to the rights recognized in past decisions involving matters such as intimate sexual relations, contraception, and marriage. But abortion is fundamentally different, as both Roe and Casey acknowledged, because it destroys what those decisions called fetal life and what the law now before us describes as unborn human beings. Those are the lines in the Alito opinion that the tantrum-throwing left is hoping and praying that their base does not read. Those are the lines they don't want you to know about, and they know it's 80, 90 pages long, and nobody read it, themselves included. Overturning Roe versus Wade will in no way affect Lawrence versus Texas, Connecticut v. Griswold, Brown versus Board of Education. What could happen if it is repealed will lead to none of that. Alito's draft opinion screams that as loud as they want this. The great irony of all this rage is that Democrats have had easy opportunities to codify Roe versus Wade into law. They had filibuster-proof supermajorities under Jimmy Carter and under Barack Obama, first term. Why wasn't the ever-important sacred right to abort a child solidified into U.S. law is a great question. Well, perhaps because most Democrats with a soul are too scared to go on record voting for the right to commit the horrors of an abortion. And very few are truly okay with the right to an elective second or even third term abortion. When faced with what that actually means, it's something most people never even really think about. But back in 2015, Dr. Anthony Levatino described to Congress what it's like from his own personal experience to abort a child in the second trimester, something that is legal nearly everywhere in the United States, even electively.
If she were 12 weeks pregnant or less, basically the width of your hand or smaller, you could basically do the entire procedure with this. But babies this big don't fit through catheters this size. The business end of this clamp is about 2.5 inches long and 1/2 inch wide. There are rows of sharp teeth. This is a grasping instrument. When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. A D&E procedure is a blind abortion, so picture yourself introducing this and grabbing anything you can blindly and pull, and I do mean hard, and out pops a leg about that big, which you put down on the table next to you. Reach in again, pull out an arm about the same length, which you put down on the table next to you, and use this instrument again and again to tear out the spine, the intestines, the heart and lungs.
The picture on the screen right now is of a little girl that was born at 21 weeks old, and survived. The little girl's still alive today. The little girl on your screen is 1 week younger than the baby that doctor just described aborting. So imagine using tongs with teeth to rip that child's body apart. Leg, arm, limb by limb, then you get the organs, and then finally you get the head and the brain, and you pull it all out in a mangled mess. And then you celebrate it, because why wouldn't you? That is why Roe has never been codified. Report it. I don't care what your politics are. Who could listen to that, look at that picture, and say, yeah, I'm cool with that?